Well, good evening again, everyone. Michael Soothing here. I thought tonight, even though I've done a lot of unboxing videos lately, I would do a short video on another thing I bought at Amazon. A little short unboxing video tonight, and this is a magnifier. Because, I want to do more videos on coins and crystal gems and small things like that. Maybe jewelry making in the future. And I thought this would be a good thing to get. So you should see all the little Amazon boxes I have, because I've been on kind of a buying spree lately. And now that I'm retired, I'm not so much restricted in what I can do, and I have some time, so for some future projects. I don't have time at the moment, but I will in the future. So let's see of course I check the reviews and things and see if something is really crappy or not. And this seemed to have reasonably good reviews for a low-cost magnifier. I think this was only $12 or $14 or something, and it's got, don't quote me though, I can't really remember, but it's got two magnification inserts, a 5 power and a 10 power. I thought that would be pretty handy, so depending on what kind of work you're doing, So let's see what it says. 2 LED main lens, interchangeable magnifier. And they give you some ideas on what you can do. You can do reading with it. That might be handy if you don't have reading glasses, right? It doesn't want to focus. You can do insect observing. I'm not sure the insects want to be looked at through a magnifying glass, but you can do, what does that say? I can't read it. Can you? That says electric appliance repair. You can do stamp collecting. How about that? I have some stamps around here somewhere. I was going to discuss them sometime, but maybe not today. When I've tried to get a cheapo lens in the past, at the dollar store or whatever, it was so bad I had to throw it straight into the trash can because it distorted everything. It was useless. And that was like, for $1, so you get what you pay for. I don't think you could even, use it to start newspaper fires like we did when we were a kid out in the bright sun. No, that wasn't me. It was someone else. I promise I was nowhere near that yard that started on fire. First I gotta get this little piece of tape off, and then we'll see what we can do with this. I put some subject matter here somewhere. Ah, yes. Remember I talked about coins. I have something else here. It's not the Buffalo nickels. This is a roll of somewhat unusual. Are these unusual? And if so, why? Oh, I know what these are. These are nickels, like your standard, Jefferson nickel, with Monticello on the back and Jefferson on the front. But what makes these different is they were made during World War II, when nickel for munitions and things was in short supply. So these nickels were made out of 40% silver. So they actually have silver value now, which makes them worth way more than a nickel. So, $1 worth of these, like 20 of these, what would that be worth? let's see, an ounce of silver, so I just have some 15 hands, anyway, something like 20 bucks. No, not that much. Say 10 bucks for a roll of these, okay? Between 10 and 15, we'll say. But anyway, back to our, I need a little something sweet before I start this endeavor, even though it will be a short one. And I thought I would try Trolley Sour Bright Eggs. I wonder if these give you the burst of sour flavor and then the sweet flavor. Let me try one. I feel the presence of a house ghost nearby, floating. I sense it. You know how the hairs stand up on the back of your presence? Oh, there is something over there. Let me see if I can placate the house ghost with those so that nothing bad happens. And then I'm going to try one of these. They don't seem sour. They have a nice sweet-sour combination, but it's mostly sweet. It's like gummies. Well, that's what it says. Duh, stupid me. Gummies with a candy shell. And they have interesting rainbow colors. Let's take a look. I like the colors because they're multicolored, see? So, oh, those are nice. I'm going to try a couple of these. Nice little flavor burst. Well, we're a little bit off topic. So, let me cleanse my palate. And then we'll check out our new inspection device. First, let's see what this thing says. It is a lens diameter of 19 millimeters and 50 millimeters. Not that anyone cares. And what else? Oh, of course, if you're going to buy something very low cost that would have cost a lot in the past, where will it be made? You get one guess, and that's all, because it only takes one guess. Yeah. Okay, so do we make anything in the U.S. anymore? You know how things used to say made in Japan back in the 1960s? Well, I never see anything that says that anymore. All right, it always says made in China. I'm not bashing the Chinese because they're very cleverly putting everyone else out of business and growing their economy faster than anyone else on the planet. But they're also doing an awful lot of copyright theft in the process because a lot of the stuff is counterfeited. But anyway, application range, look, it gives you a whole range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 applications. Let's see what they are. You can do medicine. What would you be doing with a magnifying glass as to medicine? Unless you're making illicit drug mixes or something. I'm not so sure about that one. You can do gardening. I don't personally inspect my dirt with a magnifying glass, but maybe you do. Of course, you could look at blooms and things up close. Maybe see the little bugs there and see if you have aphids or not, maybe. Okay, the next two I relate to. Coins, stamps, education. This thing will educate you. That's really, really good. We could all use that. Jewelry appraisal, yes. I agree with that one. Geography. No, I'm not so sure about that because geography is large scale, you know, miles and hundreds of miles and kilometers. I don't think this little magnifying glass will tell you much about the Grand Canyon. Geology maybe is what they meant to say there, looking at rocks and things like that, because somebody in China was trying to figure out how to translate these words, and I bet they meant geology there, not geography. Home and office, yeah, okay, we'll go along with that. Industrial purpose, okay. Circuit boards, yes, you could inspect simple circuit boards with this. All right, let's see what's in the box. I see first impressions, all plastic. But what do I expect for 12 bucks or whatever I paid, right? There's an interesting black cloth here. It looks like something that a magician would do tricks with, doesn't it? And that, it gets bigger. Let's see. It's still folded. How big does this get? Wow. I think I'll save this for when I want to do a magic show. I'll pull a rabbit out from behind it or something. I'll make something disappear. I'll put my bills in here and make them disappear. How about that? Okay. What else? It looks okay so far. Oops, it almost fell out of its... There's a little instructions sheet in the box. I don't know how complicated it could be to use a magnifier, but I think you just hold it in your hand, basically. So, but this shows how to put it together, I guess. I'm not going to try to read you this side, you know, because I don't know what any of those characters mean other than the part that says 2 LED. Yeah, that part I understand. The rest of it is hieroglyphics to me, and to you most likely, unless you're from China. All right, so let's take this out and do a first impression. Do I have to unseal anything? I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be glass or acrylic, but I'm guessing acrylic. I wonder if it tells anywhere. Well, I'll be able to tell by feeling it, won't I? Yes, so it doesn't have to tell me. It actually feels kind of hefty. Let's see if it works or whether I have to put batteries in it. How do you get, oh, okay, that's the complicated part. It's got a little thing you squeeze on the side. That'll be loud for you. Can you see me? I can't see you. Do you remember Captain Kangaroo when you were a kid? You gotta be pretty old if you do. He did something like this, you know. Oh, I don't want you to see me close up. I feel like a bug. Alright, so the light doesn't work, and I'm assuming that's because we need to put batteries in. So I think I can figure out how to do it without the instruction sheet. I think you push this here. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. Maybe I will need the instructions. Nope. Okay, you just push that little thing. And it looks like we need 2 AA batteries, right? AAA batteries. No, we need 3 AAA batteries. Well, I just happen to have AAA batteries right here. Why do I have AAA right here? Because when I bought this on Amazon, it said 3 AAA batteries required, not included. So it's not that I was psychic or anything like that. So I will get my 3 AAAs and we'll install those in the handle. Then we'll check this out. How complicated could this be? Hopefully not very. 1 is in there. 2. Whoops. I put the pull-out ribbon in the way. And that made it difficult. Oh, this little spring is not facing correctly. It was jammed up and messed up. 3. Now I have all 3 in there. All 3 batteries. We'll put this back in the handle. Now here's the true test. Will this made in China thing work? Ah, voila, look at that. Now I see you better. Okay, it works. That's so cool. So far, so good. Now, in order to continue to fuel my investigation, I need to have a couple more of these. I like the colors, don't you? I better read the package and see how much sugar. Oh, look. This is perfect for me because these have brain scrambling, chewy wackiness. I think my brain was a little wacky and scrambled already, so if I have these, will that make it worse? I don't know. You know, we should look at some of these little sour eggs through the magnifier when we're checking it for accuracy and brightness and things. Let's see. Let's try it. Oh yeah, I like this magnifier. I can see every flaw on my thumb. I can see every line. I can see the ridges on my nails that mean you have some kind of a health issue. I forget what kind that is. I'm glad I cut my nails because you might see them. It might look bad otherwise. Let's check this out. The little gummies. Okay. Here, I'll show you. Can you see? Oh yeah, you can see that. And you can see this is really nice. Very little distortion. I'm quite pleased with it for the price. And I believe this is glass. It is. This is actually a well-made thing for, if you need a magnifier, get on Amazon. I should make them pay me to do this, or give me this one for free. Maybe I'll write to the manufacturer. Get on Amazon and buy, just look for lighted 2-lens magnifier, and this will pop up. And you'll see that it's a good quality and a good deal, because I just verified that for myself. Look here. I'll show you. see? Yeah, of course there's a little barrel distortion now towards the edges, but that's what you're going to get with this kind of thing. But this is really much better than what I've purchased before in dime stores and stuff. Let's see how it does with our nickels. Our steel war nickels. If I want to look at the dates on these things, because my eyes aren't good enough to see the date by itself. So, if we turn on the LED light, we can see that this has a Philadelphia mint mark. Let's see if I can show you. See the P? Let's see here. This is hard for me to juggle in my brain, but above the building, that little P means Philadelphia. And the date, 1943. I think these were made from 41 to 45. These silver war nickels. Standard inscription, Liberty, the date, and In God We Trust on one side. I actually do trust in God, by the way. So it isn't just a slogan on a nickel for me. And then below Monticello, United States of America, 5 cents, and above it, E pluribus unum, which I believe is Latin for, the states are all united type thing. I don't know any Latin, but I'm just guessing, right? So, let's see if we can look at some of the other dates here. I'm going to turn the light off so I don't annoy you with it. And yeah, 1943, this one also. Let's see if I can show you. Everything's backwards, and so it's so hard to do this when I'm trying to show you on camera. Can you see the date? I don't know if you can see it or not, but let's see, where is the date? So it's easily visible. Well, I'm sure you believe me anyway. Let's see some of the other dates. Here's a 1945 nickel. It's in a little better shape than the other one was. Maybe if we get up here close like this, then you can see better. Anyway, that is mostly silver, and that's why it doesn't look very nickelish, because silver tarnishes a little darker. And so that's what you're seeing, a little bit of silver oxide. And let's check the other lens. And I already figured out that if you push these little buttons on the side, there and there, like this, you can pop that lens right out. And we will put the other lens in, which is going to be the higher power lens. And I can see that already. You can see how curved it is. Look, I'm upside down. Okay. Have you ever been tempted to get one of those fun house mirrors in your house? To make yourself look thin? I have been tempted. Or maybe a better one would be to get one that makes you look really, really fat. So that if you're trying to lose weight, you look in it and you go, oh my gosh, I'm morbidly obese. I'm going to be on the show called My 600-Pound Life. You know, that show on TV. And then I started watching that show recently so that I could scare myself to death. And yeah, it was pretty scary. Anyway, but I kind of envy those folks a little bit when they first start their diet process, because they lose like 5 pounds a day because they're so big that their body will burn all that, will burn fat really fast. Here's a 1943 Let's see what that, yeah, this is harder to do, but it does magnify way bigger. Here, I'll show you. You can see every flaw on this coin. This will be excellent for my coin inspection, because I have a little loop thing here, which is really good for coins. This has also a little light. See? Whoa, it's bright, it blinds me. And, but this is harder to use. It's better for very close-up detail work. What's the power level on this? 10x. So, since this is 10x and it makes the coin bigger and a smaller field of view, that means that this is not a true 10x. It's probably more like 6 or 7. So, but I'm not going to complain because it's very usable and very little distortion for this type of magnifier. So I'm going to give this 4 stars and a thumbs up when I go on my Amazon rating. I don't remember how many stars you can do, 4 or 5, whatever. Let me see if I can show you how good this is in the camera here. If I can get the light. See, I'm blocking the light and you're seeing reflections like crazy. Maybe if we get up closer like this. I'll tell you what, we'll turn the little LED light on. And then you can see kind of, yeah. See how good that is? Fills up the entire thing, and it's, if I could hold it steady and flat at an angle to you, then you can see that it's pretty good. Let's use some text, or we'll use one of these gummy egg things, and then you'll be able to tell better. See, or I'll show you my finger. No, not my middle finger. Here, let's turn the light off. Let's inspect a thumb or something. There, you can inspect my thumbprint. We were watching a Columbo earlier, and he used a special trick he was on a Mexico cruise, and he used a special trick because he didn't have any proper forensic tools. He scraped the graphite out of a pencil in order to do some fingerprint testing and some other clever things like that. You know, that new Columbo series of DVDs I showed you in another video. So let's put the nickels away, and I will pronounce myself very pleased with this new acquisition. It's going to come in handy for a wide variety of projects that I do, but especially for coin inspection. I can't adequately show you because I can't get my mind to work in reverse with this lens, but sometime I'll do a better job of that when I'm doing a coin ASMR, which we will do in the future sometime. So there's our nickels, happily tucked away in their little nickel roll. For them, this is like a blanket. This is their home. They would be so lonely if you left them out someplace laying on a tabletop, but all together here, they can keep each other company and also be protected from various oxidizing things that are in the atmosphere, since we're not far from the ocean. Okay, so I think this special black cloth is for cleaning the surface of these lenses. but I don't know. Once you clean them a couple times with the cloth, it seems to me the oils from your hands are going to get on the cloth, and then it's not going to do its intended purpose. I'm kind of a believer in using a very soft, pure Kleenex that I have not touched the surface of, and just putting a little condensate with my breath on the surface and cleaning. But it's got to be the right kind. You can't use the rough type Kleenexes. It has to be the ultra soft, because it's got, more of a cottony. It won't scratch the glass. And of course, you don't want to use the kind with that crap lotion in it. Those useless Kleenexes that make you feel like you didn't blow your nose yet. It makes it feel runny when you use it, and then you're going, why would I want to use a Kleenex that... But anyway, I don't want to be, gross or anything, so... Yeah, get this magnifier. I love it. I'm going to write the manufacturer. Well, I'm going to put a positive review up, and I'm going to tell them, if you'd like me to cut an ad for your magnifier, I'll be happy to. Just send me 10 more for free that I can give out to my friends, and associates. Maybe send to a couple of you subbies out there. But then I'd have to pay postage, and I'm such a cheapskate. I noticed some of the big ASMR artists send out prizes to their subbies, but they have, 500,000 subbies, so they can afford it because they're making a bunch of revenue on YouTube. And my revenue, I make a little bit of revenue, but it dropped to near zero this last month because I fixed the ads. It's a lot better for you guys because you have no ads now in the middle of a relaxing ASMR. But even though there's an ad at the beginning, but for me, what meager revenue I was getting has dropped to near nothing. So, but of course I don't really make these videos for the money, but it's still a little disconcerting. My revenue dropped by 80%, and that was a little disturbing to me, but it's worth it so that you can have an uninterrupted relaxation experience. I am your relaxation therapist after all, right? So just don't give me any thumbs down, because if you do, then I'll be so discouraged that I'll stop making videos. And, I've never understood, why do people go onto a YouTube? I mean, if I was doing political videos or something really rude and obnoxious, or using a lot of profanity, or making loud grating noises, or doing some bizarre fetish video or something, then I would expect a lot of thumbs down. But what I don't understand, whether it's, and I'm not complaining at all, because I usually get all thumbs up, which I consider very unusual for YouTube, but I get a couple of thumbs down. But I'm not really talking about my video right now. I'm talking about other ASMR artists who are much bigger than I am. What would be an example? I don't remember the girl's name, but her ASMR title is ASMR Requests. And she makes very excellent, informative ASMR. And yet she gets, hundreds of thumbs down, and she'll get about 90% thumbs up. But why does anyone bother to do a thumbs down? If you don't like the content of someone's video, they're always making the same kind, right? Why do you watch and thumb down the thing? I don't get that. Maybe someone can fill me in why you would go around on the internet, watch videos over and over of the same type and artist, and keep doing a thumb down. I think I know the answer, but I'm not gonna say. Okay, anyway, that's it for now. I will come back and do another one tomorrow or the next day. And until then, I hope you're relaxed. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you're asleep by now, having good dreams. And please thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video. And if you don't like it, then be constructive and tell me why in the comments. All right? Because I read all the comments. And lots of you have given me requests. I write them all down. I want to try to do all of them, but I have, 50 or 60 of them. So it might take me a year or two to get around to all of those. So if you're patient, you might see a request done in the future. Somebody wants page turning, someone else wants just whisper, someone else wants more gum chewing, someone else wants history video, the British monarchy and things like that. Everybody's got, but I have a long, long list. I welcome the requests. I just can't promise to get it done anytime soon. So this video I planned to be 15 minutes, and as usual, it's 3 times as long as I planned. But that's to your benefit, because you're asleep by now. Take care, everyone, and don't ASMR and drive. Bye-bye.